Hey there, welcome to 4-Minute Friday, and this week's video is for sales managers. Okay, so if you're in a sales manager role, I want to share with you two things to consider that will help you improve the performance of your sales team or individual contributors within that team. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Brian Conway. I've worked in sales for a long time, decades literally, and I've worked with some of the biggest technology companies in the world helping enable their sales teams. So I've got a lot of experience, and these are the things I like to share in these short videos. Now, as I said, there's two things I want to talk about. So first is to you that are in a player manager type sales management role. Now, if you're not, just hang on for a few seconds and I'll get to point two. But more and more, I'm seeing people in the sales manager stroke player role, meaning you're carrying your own quota, you have your own accounts. That is a bit of a recipe for disaster. I think it's really short-term thinking. It's a false economy from the business to think, give you some quota as well as lead the team, rather than give you the job of leading the team. I think it happens quite often because many sales managers are promoted up from maybe being the best sales performer on the team, and then as part of their kind of career progression, they're put into sales management. It's a very different role. And quite often they're not given sales management training, but that's another story. But because you're carrying quota, sometimes for your own benefit, you think, I love the cut and thrust of selling, and I still want to have some of my own accounts and opportunities to work on. But here's the problem. If you think before, you may well have been the top performer, but it's probably because 100% of your effort and energy was put into selling. Now you're splitting that between selling and managing and supporting and leading your sales team. So it may only be 50-50, and now you haven't got the same focus and energy, and you're kind of getting burnt out trying to spin more plates. But what often happens then is you start missing target, perhaps yourself, or may feel that you're about to, so you start putting more energy into hitting your number because that's what you've always done and that's what gave you the buzz and that's what made you successful. But you also feel, I want to lead by example, so if I can close the deals, I can show the team how to do it, kind of thing. And that often means that your energy and focus kind of even more goes into hitting your own target, less and less now in helping the team. And that can create a lot of animosity and angst with your team, because one, they sort of say, well, you're only interested in your own number and your own deals, not us as your team members. You get all the best opportunities. This may not be the case, but this is how sometimes people can think, that you're getting the best opportunities and the best accounts, all that sort of stuff. And that friction means that the team will not gel. You will not be seen as a great leader. The trust won't be there that's needed. So try and engineer yourself out of that, or don't even entertain it if you're looking at moving into leadership or a sales manager role, or you're in it currently. Try and engineer your way out of that. Your job is to lead the team. Now, this is the second point that I wanted to stress in this video. Lead the team. You are a sales leader. Sales manager may be your title, but you are a sales leader. You're there to lead that team to success. You're there to support and help them achieve what they couldn't achieve on their own. And that's really true definition of leadership. Because if they could do it on their own, then they don't need you. And if you're only there as a manager kind of focusing on the number, reporting the number, well, trust me, an AI agent will be doing that very soon. It's the people bit that is most important. So don't think of sales leadership as the SLT, a VP of sales, etc. where you are a sales leader. So what can you do? Focus on your team and what you need to do to help them become the best that they can be. So you've got to get a buzz now from seeing their success, from them closing deals, not just closing them yourself. It is a different mindset. It's a progression. It's maybe a career move, but it takes a different set of skills and a different focus. So focus on coaching, supporting. So things like, here's something to watch out for, because I see this all the time and it's really detrimental. Somebody maybe is behind target. A lot are at the moment. According to statistics, somewhere around 67% of salespeople will not attain quota next year. Okay, and that's across lots of different reports from different agencies, but I won't get into that now. But assuming somebody's not hitting target, maybe there's a skill deficit. It's usually one of three things: a tool set, skill set, or mindset issue. But let's say it's skill set. So they need to go on some training. What you should be doing as a leader is saying, right, for 2 days you're going on this training. For those 2 days, redirect your emails to me and your phone calls. I will pick up the slack. This is what managers used to do back in the old days. I'm showing my age a little bit. But you were able to focus on the training. And this would be sometimes for a week or two, not a day or two. You cannot expect somebody to go on training, then come home from training, and then spend their whole evening catching up on all their work stuff that they've missed out on 8 hours during the day, and then go back the next day and still be 100% attentive to their training. And whatever you do, do not be pulling them out of the training. I see this quite a lot lately as well. People just saying, "Oh, be right back. Manager needs me for a moment. I've just got to get on a call with my manager." And be right back isn't right back at all. It's an hour or two later, and they've missed a whole chunk of the training, and the whole thing could be wasted then. So give them, as a leader, take ownership. Give them the freedom to be able to develop themselves. And you might be only talking about a day or two in a year or a quarter or whatever. It's not a lot of time. Give them that time. That's one tip, because as I said, as a leader, your job is to help them become the best that they can be, to help them achieve their goals and outcomes, which is a quota attainment, or exceeding a quota, or winning the Masters or Chairman's Club, or whatever kind of rewards there may be available to individuals within your organization. So lead, don't manage, and certainly don't try and manage and play at the same time. Recipes for disaster. So some things to think about there if you really want to up your game as a sales leader, a sales manager, and be the best you can be in that role to help your people become the best that they can be. This has been 4 Minute Friday. I'm Brian Conway. Any comments, questions, leave them in the comment box below this video. Please do like, share, etc. I always appreciate that. And thank you for your time. Have a great weekend, and more importantly, have a great week next week leading your sales team. Bye-bye.